Hi guys, welcome back to the Retro Room. We're going to take another look at this. It's an FIC socket 4 sporting a Pentium 60 megahertz. It's the SI5PI AIO revision 1.1. Almost sounds like I was singing a kid's melody there with the AIO. Anyway, I have found a modified BIOS which I've flashed onto this EEPROM. It does have a window. It is UV erasable, and I know I should probably have a sticker or something over that, but I will do that if this works. We verify that it's working, because otherwise I will have to erase that chip. Let's pop the This is the latest official BIOS flashed to this Atmel chip. Kind of bent a pin getting that out of there. We'll set that aside. We will carefully line this up and push him into place. Still have a real-time, a Dallas with its little encased battery to deal with at some point. Reach past you here. Grab a couple random, if I remember correctly, at once. Ramming these outside slots first. That slot is coming apart. Get in there. Alright. It's in there. This other one is not wanting to stay up, but it should be okay for now. This is an AT motherboard, judging by with the connection. And this is an ATX power supply. That's all right. That's what this adapter's for. Plug those together. Then we have the two connections. One's labeled P8 and P9. And they go like so, with the black wires all together, because the four middle pins on the power connection due to the in the AT power standard are all ground. Okay, that's connected. It gives us a little power switch too. Let's plug in the power supply. And we will need a video card. Yeah, we'll go with this ATI Rage XL PCI. It's a little bit later than this board, but that's okay. It should serve the purpose. Plug him in there. just for fun, we'll put the postcard in there. Then the problem we were having with this is floppy drives were acting weird, not really working. So we're going to try the GoTech, which has the greatest chance of working, oddly. This is keyed with the slot, just like so. The drive A will have to go after the twist. And on the GoTech, it says pin 2, which means pin 1 is, right next to it, which is where this pink stripe goes. There we go. Looks like we're ready to give it a shot. We should see video come up in the lower left-hand corner there, where it's just a black square currently. And maybe the power supply isn't on. There we go. The postcard stopped at C6. Let's set this to a DOS boot image, so it will stay there. Let's move you over there for the time being. I have a feeling the RAM may be giving us problems. I honestly forget which side of these it wants its memory in. So we'll put it up front, well, toward the inside of the board here. And we'll give it another shot. Okay. Still showing just C6 on the postcard. So that's not the problem. Maybe it doesn't like this video card. That's a pretty easy thing to test. Well, we'll try whatever this guy is. Well, first let's try it without putting a video card in there, see what the postcard does. Nothing. Okay. Unplug the floppy drive from the board, and we will. I wonder if it's giving us trouble because we have no keyboard. That could be a problem. I found a keyboard. This is my bench keyboard. I was doing something else with him. Had to go salvaging. This is a PS2 keyboard and an AT keyboard, or an AT motherboard. So we'll need an PS2 to AT adapter. These things were all over the place at a time. You know, many years ago. I even have 6 or 7 of them in there in my little tray here. Well, 5 more. Probably never use them. Okay. Let's see if that did anything. Nothing at all. I'm starting to think it's probably that BIOS. Well, I'm going to blank this chip, put that modified BIOS on it, because we know this one works. Let's get this guy out of here. Because I'm unsure about this chip, but this chip is rather old. And it is slower than this other chip, so that might have something to do with it. Or maybe the processor just doesn't like an AMD part. Yeah, I don't think that's really the case. Anyway, when I come back, I will have flashed the modified BIOS onto this chip. Okay, there he is. The Atmel chip is quite a bit newer, a little bit faster than this AMD job. Newer technologies and all of that. We will line him up and stick this right in the board. Since I plonked a video card on here off camera, I guess. Let's see what happens. It goes to C6 and stops. Huh. Even without RAM, it goes to C6 and stops. Kind of makes me think it's a RAM issue. Okay. I have a little RAM that says 8 meg, and it's FPM, fast page versus EDO. We'll put the single stick in there. We'll put a floppy connector right back on there. There we go. Still just a C6. Doesn't necessarily have to be RAM, I guess. I don't think this board will like those very much. These are much newer 72 pin sticks. They run 128 megs of fast page per module. Be a bit much. Don't think this board would like that very much. Let's not mix. Put a couple of 4s on here too. Just load up all 4 of the memory banks that way. If they're wanting, if the board is wanting something, a particular memory bank filled, it will be. Still just holding at C6. We'll change the, that's a jumper for what type of BIOS chip is being used. That is a flash chip that's in there. Goes to C6 and stops. Well, let's pop this chip off of here. I really need a chip puller. But I don't have one of those right now, so that has the new BIOS on it. Another Atmel chip just like that other one with some schmutz on it. Pop him down on there. This has the latest official BIOS release for this board. It's also what I was using in the previous videos about this board. It went to C5. And stopped. Now it's on 08. Put this selection back where I had it. Try it again. And C6. Let's pull all this out of here. This stick is a bit of a monster. It is a 32 meg EDO module. This board, there is a non-zero chance that this board doesn't like EDO, but we will see. holds at C6. Well, same troubleshooting as before. We will pop the video card out of there. Same story. I'm not sure what step along the boot process C6 is indicating. But it is certainly not working. What if we put this back here? Will it stay up? Well, we'll hold it. Got past C6. Let's see if we get video out of it. I mean, I don't know about that. It's just holding there. How curious. Let's try a single 8 meg stick right here on the outside most memory slot. Change video cards, I guess, because this one has been problematic on older systems. This one's a safer. No change. All right, do I have another card? Yes. More period accurate. It's a Diamond Stealth 64 PCI version. Has a S3 Trio 64 on there. Let's turn this off. Take this ATI Rage XL out of here. We'll go S3. Let's see what happens. Absolutely no change. Does the same without any RAM in it. right, stand up. You get in that slot. Come on now. Put these 2 4s in there. They seem a little easier to deal with. All right, they're standing up. Turn him on. And he's holding at C5 on the card, which you guys regretfully can't see. Doesn't seem like I'm missing anything on here. Haven't changed anything since the other videos I had on this. Except the RAM. I think this is the RAM I had on it on my other videos. Really? No change. I'm looking through my PCI cards for another video card. Found another S3 Trio 64. This is a 64 Plus. Well, let's give it a go. Leap 2000, it says. I don't know. 1 meg of video RAM on this guy. Well, I didn't have real high hopes to start with, but I expected to see something. I am personally at a loss on this board. We'll come back to it at a later date. I thank you for joining me, and well, have a good day.